Hi guys, I'm here with my mom Shelly, and I thought it would be a good idea to have her answer some questions that I thought might be helpful for you guys to hear. And so here we go. What emotions came up for you during the course of my eating disorder?
Um, a lot of my issues were, um, I was scared of the unknown because it was grounds that I had never experienced or knew about. I didn't know if she wanted to live or die, if where this was all coming from. So the unknown was the worst part, and um, and just the fear and the unknown, and not knowing what to do. Those are the biggest ones of my emotions. I mean, they affected everybody in the house. I mean, they affected my husband and I at the time. It affected her two brothers very much. Um, so it was a whirlwind of emotions and feelings for everyone.
What about during my course of the relapse?
You're asking,
Like, what emotions did you have when I had to go back into treatment?
uh, honestly, sometimes disappointment because I thought you had gotten the help you needed, and we were on the right path, and you just it's like your gut just sinks, your heart, your gut just it's gut wrenching, because you think you're on a better road, and it just the rug's pulled out from under you, thinking it's going to be better. She's going to be better. Um, honestly, frustration with you as well. Not understanding why, you know, with somebody that doesn't have an addiction or a disorder, or, it, fighting that demon, it's a roller coaster. Um, Saddened, kind of depressed, um, not knowing what to do again all over again.
What did you think it would be like once I got home from treatment the first time?
Honestly, I didn't know what it would be like. I was so excited to have you back home, but I was terrified to have you back home. I don't think there's enough out there to help parents to prepare for it, in any way, shape, or form. In the beginning of it, when you get back from it, when there's relapses from it, anything. So I honestly was scared to death to have you home, but I was so excited to have you home. Um, Not knowing how to even talk to you anymore, not really knowing how to handle the issues. I was terrified.
How did that change over time?
As you started very young, I mean, I started seeing some signs when I look back now, um, in fifth, sixth grade. I think it started getting more like seventh, eighth. But I, looking back, I had noticed certain things. But um, I think what's changed over time is we've tried to give you the tools and, being there emotionally, financially, um, all, all those tools that we try to help give you too to get to a better point. I think the fear is always there, and I learned over time that I can talk to you about things. Um, you grow and learn a little bit about that, but what's helped as you've grown and matured is that underliningly you're in control, and I had to learn that it is on you. We can give you all the support and love, and taking part of those pieces away, and knowing that you have to make these decisions and fight this battle, but that I don't have to try to fight it for you because I couldn't. I can be there and love and support you, but it's become not easier. I don't think it ever gets easier. I just think it's gotten to a point where I've learned that I can talk to you about it in a healthier way. And yeah.
How do you think my eating disorder affected our relationship?
Yours and mine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I felt we were always close, very close. But when the eating disorder came around, you were a different person. I think it affected us where it drew us apart because there was something else in the middle of this, and felt like there was secrets and lies and different, that totally drew us apart. No matter how hard I tried to fight that barrier with it, I think drew us in separate directions, not by a fault of you or me. I think it was the issue at hand that just drew it.
Is there something you would like to have happen differently in treatment or recovery for yourself, like more support or more?
For the parents?
Yeah, for yourself or the parents.
Yeah, I think, just as the individual needs the help and support to find those outlets and learning the tools to overcome their addictions or disorders, I don't think there's enough support and guidance for any parent in any of those facets to come together as a group or individually. I think there's so much out there and people don't talk about it. And one, I think they're scared to, because you think you are alone, but also when you go searching, that you don't have that. You afterwards, there's not even help really as a family to do it after treatment, or for the family or for parents individually or as groups. Um, it affects marriages. It affects families. It destroys people's lives over this. And yeah, I think there should be a whole lot more support for everybody in that um, uh, situation.
Let's see. What has been the difference between what has been the difference with me being an adolescent at the time and now being an adult?
Being an adolescent and you know, being an adolescent, you're trying to figure out things just growing up anyway, figuring out friends and relationships and um, uh, and puberty at the time, let alone um, trying to understand this eating disorder as well. And as you've gotten older, um, it is. Well, I totally lost track of the question.
Like with me being an adult and fighting for recovery, and or even because I relapsed when I was an adult.
Yeah. Well, and not that it's easier, but at least you can communicate more of thoughts and feelings and needs. Where when you're an adolescent, it's really hard. You're struggling yourself to know, let alone trying to convey them to other people. As we grow and mature, when we learn, I think it gets easier to be able to communicate it.
What have you learned about yourself and your needs in the process of my recovery?
Read that again.
What have you learned about yourself and your needs in the process of my recovery? Like, how have you taken care of yourself?
I think we all have um, our inner voices that talk to us all the time, and we all have them. And I've learned different things from you by watching and going through these things that my voices have created issues for me, and they probably have portrayed onto you. But I'm learning to accept myself and to be happier with the person I am inside and outside. Um, so during this journey, you've helped me grow and learn a great deal about myself as well as my daughter.
How has your understanding of eating disorders and recovery changed throughout the 10 years?
How
Like your understanding of eating disorders when I was 15 versus now being 25.
you're asking how my understanding of it in general?
Yeah.
It's still a hard thing, but I do understand because I think a lot of women in general have different voices in them, and I have those. Um, so, not that I acted upon them, but it, you know, by me having some of those same things had helped me understand a little more, somewhat, not thoroughly, but you know, some of it. Outside of, I think men have a harder time, um, and I know males go through it as well, but in general, I think a lot more males just don't understand it because of male female roles. But I mean, time and going through things have totally helped me. I guess I don't really have a good answer on that one.
How would you confront behaviors in a way that does not create conflict? What have you learned?
What have I learned to
Like how to confront behaviors, or I know when you see me
I-
slipping, like what do you do? What do you say?
I've learned not to say don't do this, don't do this, don't do that, do I don't understand, I don't, you know, more negative where I think I've grown to know maybe are you know, I address them differently. How was your day? Do you need to talk? You know, I have a little more insight on if it was a good day or a bad day, or just by watching your behaviors or so of your needs. So I try to approach them a little different by um, going around about it a different way, um, versus why aren't you eating, or so I'm like, did you have a difficult day today, you know, or did you, you know, let's spend some time together, let's go for a walk, or do, you know, and engage in conversation, or give a hug, and or do, you know, I've learned to do things a little differently than being angry or crying or being frustrated, or you know, where I can approach them differently now in a more positive way, or redirecting you from a situation sometimes to just, you know, to kind of distract you, but go on to a different, so you're not even focused on what it might be at hand.
What advice would you give to other parents?
Oh geez, that you're not alone, and you're loving your kids, and just love and support them, and it's okay to be angry and sad and frustrated and to literally hate Ed. Um, but seek help. Talk to other people. Reach out. Um, it's a lifelong journey, but hopefully it's one that comes out well. Just hang in there and support each other, love each other. Um, you'll grow. I don't know. It's a hard thing, but you're not alone, and there's no book to help guide us or teach us. So, you know, just like raising them, it's a new day every day with every kid. They're all different. They're, you treat them different because they're different people, but every day is a new day, and you'll live and learn.
Well, thank you, Mom, for participating in this video. I know it's kind of hard for you.
Yeah, it was, but I have to say I've been blessed with a better outcome. I know there's ups and downs, but I'm glad to be here, and I wanted to do these questions kind of out of the blue, so they're not pre talked about or anything. So sorry for the stammering a little bit or so, but I just kind of wanted to do it shoot from out of the blue. So thank you.